Hey guys, this is Krista from the Moratorium. Do you like grisly gore and mysteries? Of course you do. That is why I suggest you subscribe to my blog, Suspended Animation, Dormant Stories Waiting to be Told, where we at the Moratorium offer a number of lurid tales from axemen running around New Orleans to phantoms in Texarkana. And if you're feeling especially generous, head over to our Patreon, where for just a couple bucks a month, you can help the Moratorium grow. And that would be pretty kick-ass. And remember, long live VHS.
Welcome to the Yarn Wall, a place where Jason and I hit you with a bunch of trivia, some deep dive on actors and their careers, and a goratorium for a fun segue into some weird shit. And then sometimes a convoluted trail to our next movie. But we have a damn good time and make fun of everything. Cue the music.
And in 3, 2, 1, I already forgot it.
You will be soon as big as a giant, or like all the others, dead.
You think I imagined all of it, don't you? You think I'm insane?
That's feng shui.
A match made in a bathroom. Just floating into the void.
I'm glad you wanted to start recording right now because you're saving me from myself. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because somehow I was just watching how about 1985 Duran Duran Arena, the making of.
What? I don't even know what all those words mean.
I don't know either. So did Duran Duran make a movie or was it just an album? I don't know. It just happened upon it, and there's some cool special effects behind it. It's a 44-minute video making of on this Duran Duran thing. I'm like,
what are they making?
It's our makeup artist, Nick Maley.
Okay.
He was the supervisor of special effects on Lifeforce.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the one they credit for doing everything. So I started looking at his shit and saw, like, yeah, 1985, it did a video for Duran Duran.
I mean, I'm watching it. Somehow, you know that opening that looks vaguely like Asian when the little slashes appear?
Yeah.
It seems like I remember that.
You would. I mean, you were a big Duran Duran head, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, Hungry Like the Wolf. I mean, yes, I do like Duran Duran. They also had, like, one of the best Bond theme songs.
Oh, yes, that's right. You want to go ahead and sing it?
No, well.
No? Okay.
Maybe later.
I did tell you, though, that I was going through some old papers and shit that my wife has stored away in boxes and uncovered this treasure trove of Duran Duran shit where she had posters and covers from like Teen Beat and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh my God. I do remember this. Yeah. I remember like the weird windmill thing.
Okay.
Holy shit. That's crazy. This is like little Rammstein watched this and he was like, this is what I'm going to do the rest of my life.
Little Rammstein.
Little Rammstein. That's the main guy's name is Rammstein, right?
Oh, it's not Little? Right.
Lil. Lil. Okay, this is wild. Holy shit.
So, yeah, this is what I was watching when we decided to start the podcast.
Simon Le Bon invented waterboarding is what I'm seeing here.
Great.
And fucking Marilyn Manson stole that stilt bit from those guys. He has a thing, you know, the guy that has kind of stilts on his hands too. And
that looks like it's straight out of like Cirque du Soleil, but it looks like, so he's got stilts on his hands and his feet doing a little spider walk thing, right? There's a guy on his back.
Oh, he's not doing too good because he just got set on fire and tipped over.
Great.
He should not have been carrying all that gasoline in his backpack. And then there's Jane Fonda at the end. That was very weird. That was very weird. Yeah, so I don't know what I was just watching it because that definitely was not the full video.
No, you just watched the music video, maybe?
Yeah, but I for sure... Oh, it was the official trailer.
This says Duran Duran, The Making of Arena, 1985. This video takes an informative look back at the time behind the scenes of the creative process involved in making the movie Arena.
Wow.
So was there a Duran Duran movie that I didn't know about?
All I can tell you, because I was glued to the TV around this time. Does this say what year? 84. Yeah,
85,
so
yeah.
I was deep into MTV at this point. That scene of him going around and around on that weird windmill, being waterboarded, I distinctly remember that. But I don't remember all that animated stuff.
I don't know any of this. All right, we'll tune in next week when we talk about this for 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Might never have been talked about on a there's like 3 million podcasts, and we've found the one subject that nobody wants to tackle. The making of Duran Duran's Arena.
Oh, good stuff.
I'm worried about you that you don't have anything. You need to get outside. Go outside now. Go to a park.
I looked outside a minute ago, and it doesn't look inviting.
You weren't having any yet? It's hot outside. It's almost 100 degrees today.
Ugh. All right. Well, it's going to get hot in here.
Oh, boy.
I guess that's the segue I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, let's get this out of the way like we like to do all the time. Welcome to the podcast, the Moratorium, the Yarn Wall. I'm Tim. That's Jason.
Yep.
You know what you came here for.
Yeah. You know what you got yourself into.
Suckers.
The door closes behind him.
Click.
Did you lock the door?
Maybe. All right. So, we watched Lifeforce last week.
Yeah.
It seems like a long time ago, but maybe I've been watching way too much TV.
Maybe.
I've got a lot to talk about.
Okay. Wow. Right out of the gate.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. I have an unbelievably long yarn that can also be made into a short yarn. I'll take you down and it goes crazy, but I went all over the place, and I'm sorry, not sorry. That's just how it's going to be.
Wow.
All right?
Okay.
Hey, and I'll let everybody know right now that I am putting out a little mini moratorium video. You want to see my ugly mug talk about not necessarily obscure, but some different movies that need to be talked about. I'm talked about Psycho Gorman on the first one because that movie needs to be celebrated.
Yeah, pretty great.
I laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
Probably the best movie I've seen in years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazon is a very strange streaming service. I just want to gripe about this for a second. I mean, I'm not griping because they have really strange stuff on there, but you kind of have to dig for it, you know? Yeah. And they have a ton of old, like, Japanese TV stuff.
Okay.
All of the, like, proto Power Rangers type shows, I guess, that obviously I don't know a ton about that type of stuff, but like there's a show called Kamen Rider, which is basically like Ultraman, Jet Jaguar, you know, those type of you know, and they all at some point involve models and you know, giant kind of kaiju type stuff. Well, not all of them, but that is a feature of them. Anyway, just think Power Rangers, but from the 70s and on a lower budget.
Is this kind of what made you think about when you watched Psycho Gorman? It's just the over-the-top kind of bad effects, but made it laughable. And
just those like practical, like just their costumes, you know?
Yeah.
Those giant, like, you know, rubber costumes like Gwar wears, you know? I love that stuff. I mean, it's just so... I love the design of all of it. It's just so cool.
I dig it. I think it was well written too. Absurd. It was absurd writing, absurd language, and it made me giggle.
Yeah. The little girl kind of steals the show too a little bit.
She does.
Yeah.
And this is her first acting credit.
Yeah, gosh, she has to be like 14 or 15 or so. She's not that old.
And she's got it down.
Oh, yeah, she's hilarious. It's a Canadian movie, is it not?
Yes,
okay,
it is.
That's what I thought.
I mean, yeah.
Right, exactly. Perfect. Nailed it.
So, yes, everybody run out and go see Psycho Gorman. I know we're late to the game talking about it, but you can also go over and listen to me talk about it for about 15 minutes. I'm going to try to keep the mini episodes down to about 15 minutes. So, you know, a little taste here. The second one follows a movie that I watched called Open 24 Hours that I just happened upon, and I absolutely love this movie. So
awesome.
We'll have to talk about that even more.
Okay. So. Man, I had a movie that I was going to bring to the podcast, and I've just dropped the ball. I'll have to do it later.
Dig through those ashes of your notes. If you stop burning your notes.
Yeah, I should. I'm worried that people will read them.
This is insane. I would keep this to myself forever.
It is. It's insane scribblings. I draw very weird stuff in the little margins. And
great. Just penises.
Yeah, a lot of wieners and it's like basically wieners and pentagrams. That's my go-to doodle.
All right. Which I will be going down a small little goratorium here in just a minute to talk about some more satanic stuff. So,
have we done a real like satanic deep dive?
No, we will have to contribute about 6 to 8 episodes for that. So.
Yeah.
All right, but for now, let's talk about Lifeforce.
Oh my God.
I didn't know if you had a chance to watch it, but there is a making of documentary that we teased on last episode. I watched it, and it has a lot of cool stuff in there talking about the special effects and how they did certain things. But it's a lot of the stuff that is in the documentary is actually in the trivia on IMDb for Lifeforce itself. Right. There is a scale model of London. I think they said it was outside of Christchurch.
Right.
That they were allowed to film in, and they actually brought in the models of the buildings that they wanted to catch on fire or explode.
So you mean they built replacements for the stuff that they wanted to destroy?
I think so, yes.
Yes. I can't imagine the person that like built that thing like being, hey, wait a minute, what are we doing?
Just be happy we're not making a Godzilla. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was shit exploded.
They did pretty good on the masking between the model and the...
I thought so.
And the action. It talked about that in a little depth on this little making of documentary of how they did the matting, how they filmed different things and superimposed it.
Yeah.
This is some really cool stuff. One of the special effects guys was talking about when they were trying to make the lightning effect coming from the face of the vampire, the sucking of the life force. I think they did that by scratching the film.
Yeah, that's a lot of those like negative scratches, like Highlander. The end of Highlander has a ton of that.
But they said that they had to do it like frame by frame.
Yeah.
Just scratch. I'm like, that's insane. I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, in today's technology, that would be, a click of the mouse.
Yes. I have a couple of Japanese movies that I can think of off the top of my head that super low budget, just a guy in a suit, and that's how they kind of emulated, like, he gets in his little spacecraft, and which is just a model, and is like shooting like pew pew, and it's just little negative scratches,
Pew.
I feel like Tobe Hooper was really just trying to get as much bang for his buck budget wise. I think it looked like they did a lot of really, just camera trickery type of stuff.
Well, if you look at the cast of characters, the makeup department unbelievably huge.
Right.
It's like 3 pages long of names here that worked on the art department.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, the inside the ship at the very beginning was super cool. And I never could tell, like, that had to have been a painting behind the, like we were talking about. There was just thousands of those crystal coffins. And, the scope of it was pretty awesome. And
I think they spent so much time on trying to make that shot with them on the wiring harness coming in. I think I said it was something like 40 foot in the air.
Yes, people were barfing.
They were trying to be lowered down. Oh, they're barfing in their suits, and they couldn't. Any small movement just kind of got them into a pendulum, and that's what they had. They shot a ton of that, and they weren't able to use jack out of it.
Oh God, I would be enraged at that.
I think that's why when you see the opening, when they're going into the ship and it looks like they're just action figures, not moving. They're all just moving at the same speed. They had like 3 or 4 shots that they just used over and over again.
Sure.
They're like, all right, well, got to make it work.
It looks like The Black Hole or something like that. Like a movie that was made like a decade earlier. It all worked.
Kudos to this film for pulling off what they did.
Yeah.
I mean, this is... like I said, it's a cult classic now, and it's probably made more money as a cult classic than it did ever at the box office. Like we said, it didn't do very well at all.
But that's why we love, Cannon films, because it really was like a super big budget exploitation movie.
Yeah.
There's a girl walking around for most of the movie with the girls out.
Boobs.
You just can't make that movie anymore. I know that gets said about everything.
There's one scene in particular I think they talk about in this documentary that she is walking down some stairs. And this is after she walks past the old security guard. When you get the shadow boob shot, one of my favorite shots ever. Yeah.
They missed an opportunity to have him like half of a bite of a sandwich just fall out of his mouth,
But there's a scene just shortly after that where she's walking down some stairs. And the way they filmed it, I think even the unit director was just like, oh my God, we cannot use this. This is pornographic.
Yeah, it is.
And they ended up covering it up.
Right.
They had a railing added onto them that actually covered at least her nether region.
Nipple rail.
But yeah, they said they just couldn't use it. They ended up doing a lot of closed sets because of Matilda May.
Yes.
Said all of a sudden, like when they were filming her shots, there were an exuberant amount of carpenters and electricians up in the gaffers, up in the rafter. Yeah.
Jeff, you're a gaffer. What are you? Get out of here.
Just getting my gaff on.
Yep. Really gaffing it up over here.
I will put a link up to this making of documentary up on the website. I'll also put it up on our YouTube page. It's some good stuff. I recommend watching it.
Cool.
So, but let's get into this, all right? Because I got a lot to talk about.
Nobody's stopping you.
Okay.
This is
my time down here.
This is your time.
Nick Maley, which we just talked about, who was in the makeup department for Lifeforce. And you get to see him on the documentary and talk about different things and how they had to overcome certain things. He's been around for a while. He's got, 28 credits in the makeup department. You'll see him in The Man with the Golden Gun. It was in the title sequence that he did that. Satan's Slave.
Okay.
In 1977, he did some special effects in the Cantina sequence for Star Wars. A Bridge Too Far. Superman. Makeup artist for The Empire Strikes Back. The Shining. Awakening. This is The Awakening, not Awakening.
Yeah,
The
that's
Awakening, which was
that's
the mummy thing.
Yep,
yeah,
Charlton Heston.
Yeah, we've talked about that several times. I kind of want to go back and see that, but I don't know why. Superman 2. Inseminoid, which I've come so close to taking us to Inseminoid many times.
Have we not seen that one already? I thought Inseminoid is...
No, we watched Demonoid.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I think we talked about it when we did Contamination, because I think
Yes,
there was some overlap there somehow.
I believe so. So we have Clash of the Titans.
Oh, man.
Kroll.
Dude, those two movies.
Defined your childhood.
I had the Kroll board game.
Awesome.
I mean...
You still have it?
No.
Let's go play Kroll.
Oh, my God. Let's stop the podcast right now. I'm going to look it up and see if you can get it on eBay. You go ahead and talk. I'm going to look it up.
So, how you doing, big boy?
Why did...
He's the makeup designer and makeup effects for The Keep.
Okay.
So, he's had a hand in a lot of our stuff.
Yeah.
Scream for Help. I think I started to watch that one time. That looked pretty interesting because that was written by Tom Holland.
Okay.
We've talked about Tom Holland time and time again. The guy's all over the place, which actually I found another documentary of the making of The Beast Within.
Right.
And had Tom Holland behind. I was watching all sorts of stuff this week.
Man.
But Tom Holland's an extraordinary writer. He's written, I don't know, all of our favorite movies.
Yeah.
He also did the special effects makeup for Highlander.
Okay.
And that was his last credit. And after that, he kind of gave up. But if you look in his bio, it says that, no, he's semi-retired to the Caribbean where he lives as a successful artist. So
yeah,
he must be having a hard time.
We can see why he might not want to be giving Clancy Brown a bald wig or whatever.
Hey, speaking of Clancy Brown, I just finished watching In Search of Darkness 2.
Mm-hmm. I've not seen that one yet.
It was good. It's over 3 hours long.
Wow. Yeah.
And Clancy Brown's in it for quite a bit talking about things.
Really?
He's all white-haired and long white beard. Looks like he just came in from chopping lumber, chopping wood.
Yep.
He's looking a little older now, but still intimidating.
Oh, yeah. He's a scary dude. I'm trying to think of the last thing I saw him in.
When I realized that he was the voice for Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah. You're a
big sponge head.
Yeah.
I think that's what they call him, right?
Yep.
Anyway, Nick Maley has a hand in a lot of our upbringing. So we do appreciate him.
Yep. He potty trained me.
As meaning he made you shit your pants.
Yeah.
Right. All right. I was also looking at Henry Mancini, who did the music.
You really are.
I'm all over the place. I was looking at everything.
I think you should consult your physician. I think maybe you have ADHD. Did you know that Clancy Brown was in an episode of Dukes of Hazzard?
Awesome.
Well, you know what? I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay.
I got nothing better to do.
I'll just continue with what I'm doing.
Yep. Pretend like I'm not here.
No, I was looking at Henry Mancini for the music because, it's a respectable name and when it comes to music.
He did everything when I was a kid.
Oh, my God. 360 credits.
Jesus.
But you know what? He was responsible for the theme for the Pink Panther.
Yeah, right.
Which has been used.
Yeah, I mean.
endlessly. He probably made $1 million off of that, no problem.
It's like Happy Birthday. Every time it gets played, he gets a check in the mail.
Yeah, that's right. He did the theme music for What's Happening.
Oh, fuck yeah. Really? That seems strange to me.
Crazy. He did the theme music for Columbo.
Oh, sweet.
Macmillan and Wife. McCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Quincy.
Oh, man. These are just all of my favorite TV shows.
Unbelievable. And I just started flipping through and I was just like, holy crap, I've got to talk about this guy. Yeah. Which we can for hours and hours, and I'm not going to. I'm sorry. Just tease.
This is really heartbreaking for all those Mancini heads out there.
He did, looks like he did some theme music for Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Okay.
How about Remington Steele?
Oh, man. How about it?
Mm-hmm. How about it? Newhart.
When you just say the names, it's funny to me.
All right.
Newhart.
It's good stuff.
He did the theme for Peter Gunn, which I don't know how many people recognize the name of it, but when you hear it, it's like, you know, I think it's the first thing I learned how to play on guitar because it's very simple, but it's like iconic, you know, kind of like the Pink Panther theme, I guess.
He died at the age of 70, but man, he left a plethora of childhood memories.
So did we talked about the score of Lifeforce a little bit, where, I mean, he wasn't the only, I'm sorry if you already said that, but there were several different people involved in the score of that. That is one part of it that's a little jarring, is that not all of that score matches up. You know what I mean? Right. Sometimes it's kind of like jaunty and fun when like horrible things are happening on screen, and it was a little weird.
I think the original cut of this movie, didn't we say, was a little extra long?
Yes.
And they tried to trim it up some. And once they start trimming up some stuff, and this is after the fact, then they've got to fix all the damn music and all the score behind it. Yeah. And it's tedious. And sometimes ends up being, it is what it is. And I hate saying that. I hate that term.
Yeah.
I will also punch anybody. The next 20 people who say I'm living the dream, they're going to get punched.
I hate that so much. It's like Office Space, like Case of the Mondays. I do want to like strangle someone when they say that.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Please. For all of humanity,
please
quit
stop
using that.
Stop it. No one likes it.
If you got nothing better to say, hey, say nothing at all, bitch. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that might have been a little too. That might have been a little too much.
All right. So let's go into some of these actors, okay?
Okay.
I was looking at Chris Jagger just to see what else he had done, which is absolutely nothing.
Yeah. He wasn't doing a lot in this movie either. He just kind of stood there without a shirt on.
You know, he was listed as first vampire.
That really narrows it down. I mean...
Second vampire, and then what do they call Matilda?
Space Girl.
They call her Space Girl.
Yeah, that's her name. Space Girl.
That's it. Space Girl.
Oh, can I just say Henry Mancini? I don't know. I'm sorry if I missed this because I was Googling things while you were talking, but his birth name is Enrico Nicola Mancini. Nicola, I guess is how you say it.
Nicola.
Anyway.
That's pretty good. I like that. So, Chris Jagger was in a movie called The Stud.
Oh, boy.
With Joan Collins.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And I think he just played rock star.
Okay.
As just stuff you don't want to watch. The movie 1979, The Bitch.
Yeah.
Which also has Joan Collins.
Oh, my God. That's also a Rolling Stones song. Well, maybe... I think it's just called Bitch. But it's a really good Rolling Stones song.
The Bitch also has Antonio Cantafora.
Ooh, I love that.
He was Ingrid's father in Demons 2.
Oh.
A little connection there.
Is that Asia's dad that she's like trapped in the car?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, we talked about him before. Very interesting stuff. John Ratzenberger's also in The Bitch.
Oh, man.
He may be the titular bitch.
I wish he was in Demons too. That would be hilarious.
That's great. So there was another movie I wanted to mention here, 1979, Home Before Midnight. And it reads, a successful rock lyricist becomes romantically involved with a girl he picks up hitchhiking, only to learn that she is only 14. And her parents take action against him. Yeah.
Yes.
Castrate that fucker.
Just call the police.
Oh, man. This is what they could get away with in the 70s?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Now, if that is the girl that they keep on showing, she's definitely older than 14. But still.
But still.
Oh, speaking of butt, I think I just saw Chris Jagger's butt.
If this came out in 79, the girl who was Allison Elliott, she was 20 years old.
Yeah.
So.
That is gross, though.
Yeah. little bothersome.
Yeah. The guy that directed that directed Frightmare.
Yes. Oh, that I did look at that. Yeah.
I need to see that again.
We need to make a trip to it. Yeah.
The makeup on the main bad guy is very creepy.
So we talked briefly about Michael Gothard because he was the reason why we got to Lifeforce in the first place.
Well, I do want to say, though, that he was in The Devils, Ken Russell's movie.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a groovy witch hunter. I don't know how else to describe. And I want to say that's kind of what he is in the movie. Oh, we were talking about it because of Oliver Reed, I guess.
Oliver Reed. Yes, that's exactly.
I mean, Ken Russell movies are so hard to get through. I mean, they're awful. I mean, he did like Lair of the White Worm and...
Yeah, how did he keep making movies?
I don't know.
Somebody's watching
I guess. It's like a Lars Van Trier movie. It's like, who is this for? Who is enjoying this right now?
I don't know, but Ken Russell did do Altered States.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
have you ever seen Lair of the White Worm?
I think I tried to, and I was like 16 at the time.
Yes.
So
bringing
that
up
didn't go
lot
over
of
very well at all.
A lot of questions. Oh man, so bizarre. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
I will say, yes, they trip over so many movies in that In Search of Darkness 2. I mean, it's a 3-hour documentary. Granted, a lot of movies they spend, maybe 5 minutes on, but they go through a lot. They're actually going for quantity and not for quality, talking in depth about these films.
Yeah.
But touching base on, they even talked to Nancy Allen.
Yes. She's so great.
And she talks about her time being on Terror in the Isles.
Right, which is basically what that is. What would you call those? They're just kind of clip shows. Mm-hmm. If it was a TV episode, it would be a clip show, but I don't know what the movie term for that is. But
somebody email us and let us know what that means, because we're too lazy to look it up at this point. But Nancy Allen mentions that when she was doing Terror in the Isles, she signed on because she wanted to meet Donald Pleasance, and they never worked together on the set.
Damn it.
But interesting. A lot of interesting stuff out of that. And I would say that, where we're saying movie clip shows like that, Terror in the Isles is like probably the only one that ever made it to the theater.
Yeah. Just because it was so well produced. And okay, let me just reveal my
self
dumbassedness. The word I was searching for is documentary. It's called a documentary about horror movies. There's no weird name for it.
All right.
Oh God.
All right. Well, I think we just got shut down for being idiots.
Let's stop the podcast again.
Click.
Oh wait, you can edit that out.
I could. I probably won't.
Oh, man. The fun part about that is trying to, naming all of the movies that they're showing clips to, because I feel like they didn't have, every once in a while, a little title will fade in at the very bottom to tell you what the movie is that they're showing a clip from. I don't think it did that in Terror in the Isles.
I'm going to need to go back and see that. Really.
Yeah. Like Cat People, There was a scene from Miss 45 that I did not find out what that was until I was probably, in my 20s.
Wow.
When a Stranger Calls, the one where Angie Dickinson, it was dirty is what that was.
No, Angie Dickinson, that was Dressed to Kill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. When a Stranger Calls is, the Carol Kane.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
They always show that scene from Nighthawks where Stallone's wearing the wig and
love it. Good stuff. So, moving on. I forgot what we were talking about, but we were talking about Ken Russell for a minute. Well, welcome to the Yarn Wall.
Nancy Allen wanted to meet a probably drunk Donald Pleasance.
So Steve Railsback, we've talked about him kind of in depth. He does have an interesting career.
Yeah.
I was just flipping through a bunch of his stuff. He was in the 1997 remake with Vigo of Vanishing Point.
Really?
The made-for-TV version.
Oh, my God. You know what? I've got to find that because I remember it being kind of crappy, but that was, I think, maybe before I knew who Vigo was. And
now we know he is Vigo.
Exactly. Do you think anyone has ever said that to Viggo Mortensen? Quoted Ghostbusters 2 to him?
Probably daily.
Oh
he probably just punches everybody who says
I would. I'm trying to find that. What year did that remake come out? Oh, I see it right there.
It was like 97. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. I've got to watch it again.
Steve Railsback was in Disturbing Behavior.
I do not remember that at all. Was he just a parent of one of the kids or?
I don't know. He's a police officer.
Okay.
Sorry.
Officer Cox.
Officer Cox.
I really liked that movie.
I don't remember it. Maybe I need to go back and look at it. We got a young James Marsden.
Yeah, young Cyclops.
Nick Stahl. I've always liked Nick Stahl.
Young Tom Cruise wife.
Katie Holmes. Mm-hmm. Tom Cruise wife. That's all.
Bruce Greenwood. I feel like he's in some super popular TV show that I've never seen. I don't exactly remember Catherine Isabel, girl from Ginger Snaps. She's in that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if she's like kind of a goth girl. She's kind of I think she might get typecast as that type of person. I might be wrong.
I buy that.
Yeah, I don't remember her in that.
I dig her.
Yeah, Ginger Snaps is, like modern classic, I think.
I guess I didn't realize she was in the Hannibal TV series. She plays Mason Verger's sister.
Uh-huh. The guy with no face.
Yeah. Such a good TV show. If you haven't watched it, guys, go out and see that. I've mentioned it before. I'll mention it again.
I have never seen it.
Oh, you're missing out. You really are.
I know.
But she also had a nude scene in the beginning of Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, which she had an obvious
boob job.
Yeah. She's had 121 credits, so she's been around for a while.
Yeah, Ginger Snaps was 90s, or was that in the 2000s?
2000. So she's been very busy.
Yep.
Interesting stuff that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't know what we're talking about. I like this. We're just all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Steve Railsback is, he was also in The Hitcher Part 2. I've Been Waiting. Did we mention this at all?
Maybe.
In
2003?
Yeah. Why did they make a sequel to a great movie from way back when?
And put Gary Busey's son. Jake Busey gets top billing in it.
Yes. Over C. Thomas Howell.
Oh, that is very strange.
Yeah, subtitled, I've Been Waiting. But no, have you?
Yeah, you're the only one.
And it reads, after being discharged from the local police force, Jim Halsey travels to Texas with his girlfriend, Maggie, who is played by Kari Wuhrer.
Please, Kari Wuhrer.
Kari. Every time I get this wrong. To face his demons and visit an old friend. Along the way, Jim and Maggie pick up a demented hitchhiker who has diabolical plans.
Okay, let's say, work with me here. You've never seen Jake Busey before. You're driving down the road. There's a guy that looks like Jake Busey in a trench coat.
No. You veer over the white line is what you do.
Exactly. He must be stopped.
Never happened. Keep going.
Oh, man.
Thump, thump.
Bad idea.
Yeah, it says it took nearly 15 years for the film to finally materialize. The rights to the original material passed back and forth between several hands until Charles Meeker finally produced the sequel. But it was being produced during 9/11, 2001, and had a lot of problems when they were trying to finish the film. That's what they're saying. I think it's just a crappy movie and nobody wanted to see it.
Yeah. Yep.
Nobody asked for it.
Nope. That is a really great kind of horror movie thriller moment in my life. Like, I think I didn't know a damn thing about it. It came on Cinemax late one night, and I was just like, holy shit.
You're talking about the original.
The original. Yes, please. Let me be
specify.
clear. It was the original. But, like, you know, I'm of the age where I went to the theater to see Lady Hawk, and I just thought Rutger Hauer was, well, and Blade Runner too. But I just thought he was the fucking coolest.
And he probably was.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, Steve Railsback
Oh my God.
also
this guy.
played in Rest Stop, Don't Look Back. I think it's a sequel to Rest Stop. And I've seen these, maybe both of them. I don't know.
I don't even know.
I recall them being just, trash slashers.
Yeah.
So
That's a weird name for a movie, Rest Stop. I mean, you automatically have, like, you know, negative connotation to it.
mm-hmm.
Now I'm just looking at Steve Railsback's, I can't say his name. It's a weird name, too,
Yeah,
if we haven't
sure.
said that. Railsback? Blue Monkey? Are you familiar with it?
Not familiar. What year?
87. I remember watching it on cable TV. It is very strange.
Read it off for me.
Detective Jim Bishop and Dr. Rachel Carson must find a way to stop a giant monstrous insect that's
Okay.
eating people in her quarantined hospital before it procreates and spreads a deadly infection it's carrying.
All right.
I mean, yes.
So is this an insect monkey? Or
Now
what
that's it. I mean, that's why it is like, wait, what? What's the monkey part? It must be like a weird term, you know, like I don't know. But if you look at the pictures for it, I have not seen it in years. It looks pretty fucking crazy.
I am putting this on my list.
Yeah, but I think that's why maybe it's never come up for us, at least, is I don't know if it's ever been released. Sarah Pauli is in it. This is 87. She had to be, she might be that little girl.
Yeah, she was born in 79, so she has to be that little girl.
Yeah, I love her.
Awesome. Thank you for giving me something new to watch.
Yeah,
Writing
that's a
it
weird
down.
one.
Blue Monkey. Spend the night.
That same director also did Spasms, which has that weird
Right.
cover with the kind of Elephant Man guy.
Some crazy stuff. It
is crazy.
Way to go. The last thing I want to talk about with Steve Railsback is something he just finished in 2019 called It Wants Blood.
That's a good title.
And it reads, 2 giant monsters are forced to battle head to head on the political circuit as they run against each other for a seat in the Senate.
Oh my God. And director James Balsamo, writer James Balsamo, star James Balsamo, and Eric Roberts. So tread carefully, people. Tread carefully. Although, that first fucking image, very Fulci looking, or Argenta looking.
It looks like he's had a lot of fun making just crappy movies.
God, It Wants Blood. I have a feeling, which you also didn't read the exclamation point either, or you didn't perform the exclamation point.
It wants blood.
Good. Oh man, and just scroll down. Like Felissa Rose is in it. You know. I'm surprised Michael Berryman doesn't pop up or something. You know, just kind of those people that are just like, yeah, all right. That looks awful.
I can't wait not to see it. But speaking of, the box art for that just made it look like a trashy monster. And
yeah, like a little kid drip.
So I think this is a good time right now to go into our Goratorium.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this looks like a satanic art. I want to talk about the satanic arts.
Okay.
Of Todd and the Book of Pure Evil.
Oh.
Have you ever seen this series?
Never. I mean, I think I've seen one episode.
Oh, and how did you stop?
I don't know. I don't think I was able to pay attention to it.
Oh, 2011, Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. Just a small little series.
Is it Canadian?
It may be Canadian.
It sure is. I have like excellent Canadar where I can spot Canadian productions from a mile away.
That's awesome.
And they don't all wear denim now, so it's harder to... So
this series, I mean, it was only 26 episodes back in the day. I love it. Absolutely the most hilarious thing I think I've ever seen. It follows two stoners in high school that just happen to be into heavy metal. The dialogue between them is absurd and hilarious. Absolutely love it. But they find this evil book that is kind of granting wishes, but kind of like what I say in like a wishmaster sort
Monkey's
of way.
Paw type of...
Yeah, that it doesn't turn out the way you want it to.
Right.
And everything goes crazy. There's so much blood in this movie and this series, and there's so many special effects. They make fun of it, saying, well, yeah, I mean, concerning how many kids actually die going to the school, yeah, we should have a surveillance system put up.
Sure.
Jason Mewes plays the janitor.
Okay, so that should calibrate your your tastes right there.
And he's hilarious. He's not in it. He's not a main character, but I guess he would have the most difficult job in the world cleaning up after all these kids after they explode.
Right.
I can't go into it. There's so many different great things from this series. Go check it out. Watch it. I love it.
Awesome.
It's just a lot of fun. I have laughed out loud more watching this series than anything. And we have been binging it for the last week.
Beautiful. I said there was no denim. I lied.
You stand corrected.
Yes. But they are heavy metal guys too. So there's a little bit of crossover there.
Most of it takes place in the high school. Okay. And there's only a few teachers, but one of them that just shows up throughout the entire series is playing the guidance counselor.
Okay.
And which we find out that I guess his father is a head of this like satanic cult that is trying to get him to find this book and bring it to them, to the satanic cult. Well, the satanic cult just happens to take place in a nursing home. So all of these guys that are in the satanic cult are just old and
geriatric.
Exactly.
Great.
And it's very humorous, very hilarious. I love it.
Beautiful.
That's my pick, guys. Go out and watch it. Jason, get on this.
I know. Okay, now, I know this is your thing, but I'm just, I like it when it's your turn to do the movie because I can just click around on IMDb. But were you aware that there was a previous version of it?
Yes.
Okay, because this is, it's the same creator, same writer, or same writers, Max Reed and Craig David Wallace. But there was a earlier version in 2003.
Right.
And it looks like some of the same actors and actresses. So
that was from a short.
Oh, I see. Okay. Wow. So it took them that long to...
Right. And 2017, they made an animated conclusion to the series.
Awesome. Again, written by the same people and voiced by the same people, I think.
That's right. Probably because they had such a great time doing this, and right. I can't wait. The special effects are over the top, just like we like for like Psycho Gorman. I mean, this is way over the top and gory.
Yes.
Lots of blood, lots of decapitations, and they just go way over the top. I wish it was still going because and I'm sad that I latch onto things a lot well after their prime.
Right. And then you're like, wait a minute, there's only one freaking season of it? Yeah, that sucks.
All right, so let's move on now from the Goratorium and let's get down this yarn. What do you say?
Sure. Can I click off the Henry Mancini tab?
Nah, I guess. Only if you must.
He looks a lot like Lodka. What's that comedian's name?
That's great. the Man in the Moon.
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman.
Looks a lot like Andy Kaufman. Okay, sorry.
Hey, you want to take a short break before we do this?
Yeah.
Hey, freaksters and freakettes. It's Tim from the Moratorium. Do you like the sweet sounds of our witty banter in your ears every week? Well, head on over to our Patreon, and for only $3 a month, you can get even more. In the director's cuts of our movie episodes. On average, that's 20 minutes more of our wisecracking, jive-talking, and lip-flapping laughter straight to your ear holes. Go to themoratorium.com and click on our Patreon link, and you'll find 5 awesome tiers with tons of goodies. You can also find our Teespring link on the website for even more awesome merch. Thank you for your support. Now on with the show. All right.
We did mention that Steve Railsback was in a movie called Cockfighter, right?
Yeah, we mentioned that.
Okay.
Just wanted to say Cockfighter.
Do you know he was in Armed and Dangerous, the one with John Candy and Eugene Levy?
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Which didn't he have? What kind of gun did John Candy have in that? And it was illegal in 46 states or something like that. Or like only legal in 6 states, and this isn't one of them or something like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I remember that coming on TV and being like, okay, I literally, there is nothing else on. I guess I will watch this.
All right, let's get down this yarn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you said that this could either be long or short.
It's going to be long,
okay,
but it could have been way short.
Okay, let me adjust my office chair here.
Yeah.
Oh, get that lumbar support for the long haul.
And as you fall asleep, just finally. I got to tell you that there's a lot of just very silly language in Todd and the Book of Pure Evil.
Okay.
There was a waking up scene where he's like, corn chips. You know?
I like that.
Anyway, before we get on to our main guy that I'm going to follow down the yarn, I got to talk about Patrick Stewart because,
oh my God,
he's a treasure.
You know how sometimes happens when we do. I mean, I've stopped calling them, it's just coincidence. It's not a synchronicity, or we're not in the Matrix or anything. But it is weird when we do something and then we saw Patrick Stewart in that, and now he is, every time I turn on the damn TV, I see him in something. We watched Excalibur the other night, and I absolutely love that movie, and he is awesome in it. Also, my wife had never seen Dune, the David Lynch Dune, and he's Gurney Halleck, and he's freaking awesome in that.
And in his trivia, it states that the costume he wore for Dune was the most uncomfortable thing ever.
It does not look great. It's basically just a leather skin suit, I mean, they're still suits. Man, I can't wait until the new Dune comes out. Okay.
I know you can't. They just released a new trailer. Did you watch that yet?
I watched it. I'm going to continue being excited about it.
It says here that Patrick Stewart was considered for the roles of Kane and Dr. Bukowski.
Yeah, Bukowski.
In Lifeforce.
I mean, that's the thing, is he's done Shakespeare. I mean, just to kind of be slumming it in Lifeforce. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how he thinks about things like that.
I don't know.
That was such a weird role. Maybe he just looked at it as a challenge, and I don't know, man.
That it was.
Very strange role.
In Patrick Stewart's trivia here, it also states that he was considered for the role of the Master in the television movie Doctor Who in 1996. But that role went to Eric Roberts.
What?
So.
Oh, I've never.
How did Eric Roberts beat him out? It had to be for money. Money.
I don't know.
So Patrick Stewart was considered for the role of Pierce Hawthorne in the comedy series Community that went to Chevy Chase.
Oh, my God. I mean, he's never been away from film for very long, but I think it's funny that he's, the last few projects he's been on, they're all comedies, Mm-hmm. And I guess that must just be his, he did drama for so long that...
And it states here in this trivia that anytime he finds a chance to do comedy, he jumps on it.
Well, yeah, he's hilarious. I mean...
he would have been hilarious in this role because he was considered for the role of Dr. Victor or Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin.
Just because he was bald?
I guess so.
Wait a minute. So that went to
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
Can you see what that movie would have been like?
Oh, God. 1,000 times better, probably.
He was considered for the role of Willy Wonka in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
The original?
No, which went to Johnny Depp. That one.
Ugh.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it was. I probably wouldn't have watched it either way.
Probably not.
I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was quite hilarious.
Yep. Love him.
It says here his nicknames are Old Baldy.
Kind of on the nose.
And Beef Stew.
Yeah, wait a minute. We've talked about this before. Why?
Probably because he's packing.
Oh, you think maybe...
do you have any other explanation?
No, I don't.
No,
you got
that's
me.
about it. Yep.
I'd like to see the considered for, that's such a,
yeah, anybody can be considered for.
That's right? What I Michael Caine being considered for Lifeforce.
Right.
And I'm sure they considered it and sent him a script and he fucking threw it in the trash. Yeah. Or his agent was just like, no, we're not going to do this.
Not even passing it along. Yeah.
Professor X. I mean, there literally is no one else. I mean, he is Professor X. I mean, I'm not,
That's right. Yeah. Some roles were just made for him.
He's King Richard in Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's been so long that I've forgotten that somehow.
That's awesome.
Okay.
All right. So going down this yarn, I'm going to take us down some weird shit, but we're going to talk about Peter Firth.
Okay. Sure.
Peter Firth is actually, he's done a lot of, not sword and sandal, more or less, but like King Arthur type movies. He played Corin in King Arthur, the Young Warlord in 1975.
Okay.
Which also had Brian Blessed in it.
Oh, man.
And Michael Gothard.
Yeah, Gothard. Michael Gothard, he's not a great actor. I mean, I guess I'm basing all of this on Lifeforce, but he didn't have a lot to do in that movie.
And that's fine.
That's fine.
He also played, we're talking about Peter Firth here, he also played Sir Gawain in Sword of the Valiant, 1984.
Please, Gawain.
Oh my God.
Look, I'll just pronounce all the British stuff. Oh yeah, that's the Green Knight. That's the one with Sean Connery, right?
Yes.
Yep. I don't know why. I swear it went under a different name. I really thought it was called the Green Knight.
Yeah, that's what it was called. The Sword of the Valiant, Legend of Sir and the Green Knight. I can't pronounce his name.
But pause so that someone else can we'll
insert here.
We'll do a ADR.
He was in Tristan and Isolde.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it?
I don't have a
Isolde.
Yeah.
Isolde.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. That had Christoph Waltz in it, by the way.
Ooh, and what year was that?
That was 1981.
Ooh, I'd like to see what Christoph Waltz looked like back then.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
He's really a badass. No, Peter Firth has an extensive career, 98 credits. He was born in 1953, so he's still going on. Been in a lot of TV shows, and this is probably all back in the UK, so we don't know him very well because of that.
Yeah, I think it's funny when they're like, in British, theater, they're like superstars, and then no one has ever heard of them in America.
Peter Firth was in a TV series in 1999, which was Total Recall 2070.
Okay.
I know we've brought this up before.
Is it based on Oh, it is.
I don't know why, because it reads, a detective for a police agency is teamed up with a naive new officer who is secretly an android and often conflicts with the assessor's office and the security forces of the consortium, a small number of extremely powerful companies.
Consortium?
This sounds like consortium. Is that right?
Yeah.
What did I say it was?
I don't know.
Okay. But I'm like, this seems like it has nothing to do with Total Recall.
Well,
although Philip K. Dick, who also helped bring this about, wrote Total Recall. So he knows the movie.
Well, I mean, I think it's based off of a Philip K. Dick story.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. And the Hollywood one was interpreted one way, and maybe this one is closer to the,
Maybe.
That's usually what happens, is that it's, heavy quotes based on, and then they put Schwarzenegger in there, and it's like nothing like the story,
Okay, you got a point. I guess the short story that Philip K. Dick wrote was called We Can Remember It For You Wholesale, was the short story for Total Recall. He also wrote the Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which was the novel for Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Anyway, Philip K. Dick's he's been around doing shit for a while, so he's someone to keep an eye on.
Well, yeah, he's the kind of godfather of cyberpunk stuff.
And no, I'm sorry, he died in 1982.
I was about to say, don't think he is with us anymore.
But he may still have enough writings around where people can...
They've squeezed every bit of, he did Minority Report, or,
He did A Scanner Darkly, which I tried to watch that like 7 times and never could get into it.
Did you do drugs while you were watching it?
Is that my problem? I wasn't doing enough drugs or the right drugs.
Exactly. I tried to read a Philip K. Dick book once.
Yeah? How'd it go?
I don't think I got very far.
It says here there's a Screamers.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a sequel, the Screamers, The Hunting.
Okay.
I didn't know he did, the Screamers 1995, the original, was also written by him, a short story called Second Variety. You've brought up Screamers before, right?
Yeah, but we've never...
Yeah, Peter Weller. Yeah, we haven't talked about it enough.
That's definitely one of those that I don't know. I get nostalgic for those 90s kind of cheap sci-fi movies.
Yeah. So, anyway, not even talking about Philip K. Dick. Just got on a tangent.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Total Recall 2070 TV series starring Peter Firth. Peter Firth also did Mighty Joe Young, Amistad. Did I pronounce that right? Amistad.
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 Yeah, he was in Pearl Harbor. I recognized him for, wait a minute. I reverse recognized him. I saw that he was in Hunt for Red October, and I was like, oh, yeah. Right. I remember his character once I realized that was him.
Ivan Putin.
Yeah. Ivan Putin.
Ivan Putin. You don't even have to think about it. You know exactly who he is.
It's a dirty Ruski. I forgot that Alec Baldwin's boss in that is, where is he? Richard Jordan, who was in the old Dune and David Lynch's Dune. He played Duncan Idaho.
Okay.
Dude, table this discussion, but remember Richard Jordan, because I'm going to bring him up maybe Yarnwall after next, because he has a really awesome story. So
Awesome. All right. Writing him down.
Yeah. Dune again.
This is a Dune cast.
Yep. Oh, man. Can we do a Dune cast?
We're doing it.
I would drop everything.
That's
Doing it? How would you... Okay. Cut that part out because we don't want anybody else to steal it. Dune it. I don't know if that works.
I don't know either.
I feel like there should be an accent mark in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Or an apostrophe or something.
So I want to look at a movie in 1987 from Peter Firth. Not he's the first, not the fourth.
His parents had horrible speech impediments. Both of them did.
It's a movie called Born on Fire.
Ooh.
And this reads, a musician searches for
a midget. Which I think is just... And it's not born on fire. It's born of fire.
Oh, I'm sorry. Born of
Oh, my
fire.
God. If it was born
really makes a
on
difference.
fire, that would be the best movie title of all time.
It says, a musician searches for the master flautist, a supernatural creature who is planning to blow up the world. Master flautist. Like, I don't know what this movie thinks it is.
I for sure remember that cover.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I've never seen this. Wow, it looks crazy.
It looks insane. I might have to take a look at it.
My video store when I was a kid, they had this movie, and I've just never seen it.
Never picked it up?
Nope.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to go straight on to my guy here. Orla Peterson.
Okay.
Orla Peterson, he's just an interesting looking guy.
Oh, yeah.
And like you just said off the air, that he kind of looks like a Australian Michael Berryman. Wait, is Michael Berryman Australian?
No, he's very American.
Is he?
Yes.
He's a very American.
Exactly. He talks like Mario. We're going to talk about Michael Berryman in depth.
All right.
Soon, so.
Well, this guy, he looks like he's straight off of The Hills Have Eyes, but
Yep.
he was not in that. He only has 11 credits to his name,
Yep.
but he was in Top Secret.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Since you wanted to bring up Val Kilmer, there's your chance.
Well, the Val Kilmer documentary is coming out soon, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Pumped, for sure. This was prime Val in Top Secret. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
good times. Our guy Orla was also in Supergirl.
Yeah. Helen Slater.
Just a nothing credit. Party guess.
If he was at a party that Supergirl was at,
Ooh.
she'd be like, I gotta fucking take this guy out.
Just point him out easy. He's the bad guy.
Yeah.
In 1974, he played the human pincushion in a movie called The Freak Maker. I've never heard of this. It looks like it's also called The Mutations.
Yes. Now that cover I do recognize.
Okay.
I have never seen it.
It reads, a scientist experiments with crossing humans and plants, for which he uses his students.
Wait, what?
Experimenting on his students? Okay.
Oh, for which he uses his students. Gotcha.
Donald Pleasance, since I just brought him up.
Yeah.
How about Tom Baker, which I just brought up, Doctor Who?
Tom Baker's would he be the, I guess he's just one of the freaks, huh?
He's called Lynch.
He has something wrong with his face. I just saw.
I'm looking at the pictures here, and there's some weird shit. It looks bizarre.
It really, really does. And I can't tell if Tom Baker's for sure in picture number 3, but I think the guy that he kind of looks like who's standing next to, he looks like the Igor for Donald Pleasance. Mm-hmm. That is a real, oh no, that is Tom Baker. He just has like makeup on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I guess he is a freak that is on the box of.
Wow, I guess so.
Yeah.
That makeup is really gross.
It is. It does. It kind of looks like a lot like Elephant Man.
Yes, it does. And I think I looked on the, there's one picture that's the actual DVD cover. And there's a guy who has that thing where he can like bug his eyes out,
Oh, right.
And that's why I just assumed that some of these people were actual, people who had like medical conditions and stuff. But
which still might be the case.
Yeah, still might haven't proved otherwise. But
I was looking at Michael Dunn.
Okay.
Dunn. Michael Dunn. Because he had an interesting looking face. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he's a little person.
Oh my God. I knew I did not even click down there, and I was like, wait a minute.
He was on the original Star Trek series.
Oh my God. And I remember that one too.
You do?
I don't know. I think he's like super powerful alien being.
It says it was Plato's stepchildren.
Yeah.
That's what the episode was.
Oh my God.
Well, you got some weird shit in here. So
yeah, thanks to you.
The Werewolf of Washington, Night Gallery.
Oh yeah, he's in tons of TV.
Oh yeah, I've been in lots of TV shows.
Get Smart, Bonanza.
Interesting little guy here. Frankenstein's Castle of Freaks.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
1974. It has some interesting characters. I don't recognize any of these names, but it's one of those movies that I think I just need to see for 70s makeup effects.
Yeah, it's Italian.
It's Italian.
It's directed by Dick Randall.
He produced Pieces.
Okay, good to know.
So I just picked up Michael Dunn here so we could talk about a movie called The Abdication.
Ooh.
Which he plays the dwarf. I don't know, what's abdication?
I think that's something when your tooth, like, no, that's abscess. I don't know. Wait a minute, where are we at now? What's the name of this? Abdication?
The Abdication, 1974. It reads, Queen Christina of Sweden abdicates and travels to Rome to embrace the Catholic Church. Cornflakes. I picked up this just because it looked, just interesting. I don't know why. I didn't know how to pronounce it. Mm-hmm. Don't know what it means.
You were intrigued by your inability to say the word. Abdicate means to renounce the throne. I see.
Okay. And I do not care to ever watch this movie, and I'm fine with that.
Looks pretty boring.
Pretty boring. But because of my problematic nature of going into nunsploitation,
yes,
there is a girl by the name of Kathleen Byron.
Okay.
Whose
IMDb
pick is looks like a demonic nun, so I had to click on it.
It does. Is it the Devils? Where are we at here?
I am not sure what that is from.
I'm going to find it. Wow, she's been in a ton of stuff. I guess these are all British TV shows?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But she was also in, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Does she play the mother to the kids that they're going to Private Ryan's parent?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She was, and I clicked on, this is probably not even the same thing, the Frighteners TV series.
Okay. American TV series?
I don't know.
Never heard of it.
There's 5 episodes, an anthology series of stories with supernatural theme for children. That's all it says.
Huh.
No pictures, nothing.
She was in Twins of Evil.
Twins, Basil. Twins.
This might give too much away about me, but take a look at it, but don't describe what you see because...
what year?
71.
Oh my God, her shit goes on and on.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're twin vampires.
I think I dig it. A religious sect by Gustav Weil hunts all women suspected of witchcraft, killing a number of innocent victims. Young Katie, Gustav's niece, will evolve herself in a devilish cult a devilish cult and become an instrument of justice in the region. Okay.
What?
Peter Cushing, a David Warbeck.
Sound like you're doing like a 70s game show.
Oh, is that right?
Hollywood
All right.
Squares or something.
And next up is David Warbeck. Circle takes a square. I had clicked on Craze, 1974. A nutty antiques dealer starts to sacrifice women to an African idol. I'm like, okay. Jack Palance.
Oh, my God.
David Warbeck is also in that.
Oh.
And Circle takes a square. Yeah.
Jack Palance during this period looked completely unhinged.
The pictures of him just screaming.
Nobody needs to see that. Who needs to see that?
I can't wait to see it.
Why do we know David Warbeck?
David Warbeck, he was in one of the Fulci movies.
Yeah,
right?
The Beyond.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
He's also in a lot of shitty looking sci-fi movies.
I went down somebody named Liv Ullmann. Where is she? Oh, Liv Ullmann plays Queen Christina in The Abdication.
Okay.
I mean, I was all over the place looking at some different characters. It creeped me out to see these different faces. She was in Mind Walk, 1990.
Okay.
If you remember that one, my wife loves this film. We sought it out. We had it on VHS around here somewhere. And it's philosophical conversations between a poet, politician, and a scientist. No one is psychotic or out for revenge. I don't know why it says that. But that has Sam Waterston, John Hurd.
That almost looks like Google Translate, translated something wrong. No one is psychotic or out for revenge. Well, thank you for clearing that up. Nobody was asking that either.
No, nobody was concerned. It was a philosophical conversation. Come on.
Okay. I love Sam Waterston, by the way. He's great.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You ever seen this movie?
No, never even heard of it.
Oh, my wife was infatuated with it. It's one of those very heavy thinking movies.
Yeah.
So you're just exhausted by the end of it.
It looks like three people talking for an hour and a half.
That's exactly what it is.
While the film rolls.
Liv Ullmann, I mean, there's some weird shit down here. The Night Visitor, 1971.
Yeah.
Which I thought was creepier than this, as Max von Sydow.
Oh, God.
But that's a rated G film. I was thinking it was something else.
That does not sound like... When I think of a night visitor, I mean, you know? It sounds dirty.
Yes. Or I've left something on my bedside.
Now,
by
wait a
accident.
minute. Where do you see that this is rated? Oh, it does say general
It says
public.
GP, yeah.
It says in a Scandinavian insane asylum. There's murders, and it's rated G.
For all audience. Anyway.
Hey, you brought it up, man.
The one thing that stood out that I had to click on was a movie called The Serpent's Egg, 1977.
Okay.
So, Liv Ullmann, David Carradine.
Oh, no. That's all you had to say.
That's all I got to say.
I know where we're going now.
Berlin, 1923. Following the suicide of his brother, American circus acrobat Abel Rosenberg attempts to survive while facing unemployment, depression, and alcoholism, and the social decay of Germany during the Weimar Republic.
Wow.
Is it Weimar?
That sounds amazingly boring.
They just followed David Carradine around as he was just drunk, stumbling around the set.
So many movies are filmed like that.
Very strange.
That looks like maybe the most depressing movie that anyone will ever see. If she's not crying in a scene, then it's just David Carradine with a blank look on his face. I'm sorry, a drunk look on his face.
But let's back up for a second. Let's talk about The Freak Maker one more time.
Whoa, that was like 5 movies ago.
It was. Because The Freak Maker has an actor by the name of Brad Harris.
Brad.
And Brad, And he looked stunning. He had that chin, you know, he kind of looked like somebody I would know. And immediately when you click on him, you're like, holy shit.
It's that guy.
He played Goliath in Goliath Against the Giants.
Oops. What'd you say his name was? Brad Harris?
Brad Harris. When you first click on his profile in IMDb, it's playing a trailer for, I believe it was Hercules,
Yes.
the one with Lou Ferrigno.
Yes.
Yeah, Golan Globus production.
Ooh, yep. Man.
Oh, yeah.
That might be one of the worst movies ever made. It's
Awesome.
insane.
Which was written and directed by Luigi Cozzi.
I did not realize Brad Harris is like a bodybuilder.
Yes, he's a big guy. You don't necessarily
God.
see that in his, but yeah, playing Goliath and back again for King, is this Hercules' dad, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Sybil Danning also in this. Bobby Rhodes from Demons and Demons 2.
Which one is this?
We're talking about Hercules.
Oh, okay, Hercules. 1983?
Sure.
Oh.
That is correct.
Good God. I did not realize that was in 83.
Man.
So, when was Conan?
About the same time.
Well, I mean, I guess they probably want all those dudes to be like, let's do Hercules because you're huge. And then they're like, oh shit, he can't act. Who cares? We'll dub him in.
All right, he's non-speaking.
Oh,
lines.
I see Bobby
Yes.
Rhodes. Gotcha. All right. I'm on track now. I was a little turned around.
Okay, now that you're on track, I'm going to take you somewhere else. Right?
Yeah.
Sucker. Brad Harris was also in 1977, The Beast in Heat.
Is he the titular character, do you think?
Maybe. He was in Lady Dracula, 1977. The Mad Butcher, 1971.
I mean, I guess if I was in The Beast in Heat, I would want to be uncredited too, but no, it's not what you'd think. Well, yeah, maybe it is.
Maybe it is exactly what I think.
What do we call Nazi exploitation?
Yeah. King of Kong Island. It's not a King Kong movie.
I know you're thinking that, but it is definitely not.
Yeah, being a muscle man back in the 60s, he played Hercules in the movie called The Fury of Hercules.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yep.
Then he came around, he played Samson in the movie Samson, 1961. He was also in Spartacus, 1960. He played a gladiator.
Oh, I see.
So now you can see where this guy just showed up. He was a muscle man, and they used him in as many sword and sandal movies as possible.
And an episode of Riptide.
And let's not forget Riptide.
A stunning performance. He was also in Splendor in the Grass, old TV movie with the girl from Little House on the Prairie, Melissa Gilbert.
Yes, awesome.
I think I've seen that.
So I was looking at Goliath Against the Giants. All right, 1961. Because, you know, I'd love to go back to some sword and sandal movies.
Sure.
This is not going to be that one.
Okay.
But here we're going to pick up a guy by the name of Fernando Rey.
Yes.
And why did I click on him? Because I thought of
starts with an A.
Alejandro
Rey. Yes.
I was wondering, are these guys related?
Please let them be related.
No, I could not find any existence of that, but I was reaching for it.
They just have the same last name.
But Alejandro and Fernando, well, yeah, seems like they could be. They should be related. But Fernando Rey has been in 245 things.
Jesus.
He was in The French Connection.
Okay.
He was in 1492, The Conquest of Paradise. You know, the one where we had Gerard Depardieu playing Columbus.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that.
You know that.
I've never.
I think I saw it once, and I'm like, all right, I don't care.
I just think it's so crazy that Gerard Depardieu he's like a sex symbol. I mean, it's like, that's the same thing I feel about Donald Sutherland.
I don't know how.
Like, Donald Sutherland was like a supermodel in the 70s. It's gross.
But 1492 has everybody in it. It has Armand Assante,
Ooh.
Sigourney Weaver, Michael Wincott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You'll know Michael Wincott from
The Crow,
basically
mainly.
The Crow.
Yeah,
right.
he was in The Doors, and I just saw him. He is Wild Bill in Westworld.
Oh, awesome.
He's only in like probably 6 minutes total, but he's one of the original like androids.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
He was also in Strange Days,
Yeah.
Alien Resurrection.
Oh.
He was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Born on the 4th of July. I mean, Michael Wincott's been around for a long time,
Yeah.
but I guess you just can't get past his voice. Too.
Yeah.
He has just a distinct voice.
Yeah.
Information I did not know. He's brother to Jeff Wincott.
Who's that?
Jeff Wincott was big time playing in like a ton of different movies playing a badass. He was in Universal Soldier Part 2 and 3, The Killing Machine, 1994. You'll see that picture. It's also called The Killing Man. You see that box art, you're like, oh, I know this guy.
I don't think I'm looking at the right guy.
But anyway, it was kind of weird that I did not realize that Jeff Wincott, this 80s and 90s, big muscly action hero, was Michael Wincott's brother.
That's who I was thinking. They're Canadian. I didn't know that. I mean, that is really like everybody's Canadian. Universal Soldier 2, Brothers in Arms TV movie. What on earth is that?
Yeah, that was very strange. It was just a little sidebar because I just happened to click on Michael Wincott.
Yeah, he was also Trent Knox in Speedbag. I don't know why that sounds dirty, but it does.
If you look at 1492, let's back up, go back to 1492.
Okay, what year is that?
1492 was in 1992.
This is probably the most confusing podcast we've ever done together.
No, I'm on target. So we have Kevin Dunn is in there. You'll recognize his mug. Mark Margulies, which I really love this guy. Mark Margulies, probably the most recently known for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. He was Hector Salamanca.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome character actor. Love him.
I was sorry. I was looking at Kevin Dunn. Yes, he is. I love that guy.
Frank Langella.
Oh, man.
Arnold Vosloo.
What's the
bunch of faces?
What movie is this? I'm sorry.
This is 1492.
Oh, okay. I know I shouldn't be confused by this, but I think it's from when you said Gerard Depardieu, and ever since then I was just like, oh, my world is rocked.
That's great.
Yeah, this is a Ridley Scott movie.
Oh, good.
You're the one talking about it. Oh, yeah, Arnold, the guy that was in The Mummy. Okay. Now I'm with you. Are we going to watch The Mummy?
We're not going to watch The Mummy. We're talking about Fernando Rey.
Fernando.
So go back to Fernando for a second. Okay. We got to click on a few more things from him. Back in the day, 1985, he was in Rustler's Rhapsody.
Okay. Is that like a John Waters movie or something?
No, it's Hugh Wilson. I don't know who that is, but that was Tom Derringer and G.W. Bailey in kind of a singing cowboy movie.
What year is it? 70s?
1985.
85. Yeah, right. Oh my God.
Yeah. A singing cowboy roams the Wild West with his sidekick, a dancing horse, and a fancy wardrobe.
Ooh, I think it's best. I think it's best just to get away from this as quickly as possible.
I just had to click on it.
It does have a guy that's been in a couple of our Italian movies, though. Manuel Pereiro.
Manuel?
He showed up in...
oh, yeah, we've looked at him before. Yeah. Because he was in Bad Medicine.
Yes. When are we doing that one?
This took me all over the place.
I have 30 IMDb tabs open right now. It is filling my browser.
All right, one less tangent here. Fernando was in a movie called Naked Tango. Laugh it up. Look at it. Naked Tango is 1990.
90.
And stars Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, God.
And Matilda May.
What?
Somebody just went around in a huge circle.
I can't find it.
1990, Fernando Rey, Naked Tango.
Oh, I'm looking at Manuel Ferrer.
Damn it.
I'm telling you, I think this is the most IMDb tabs I've ever had open.
I'm down to one.
Okay. I'm finally caught up.
Obviously, you're not on that same tab.
Oh. Is Vincent D'Onofrio going to dance naked in this movie?
Maybe. His character name is Cholo.
Oh, my God. What have you done?
This also has Isaiah Morales.
Okay. Love that guy.
When a young European woman assumes a false identity in the 1920s Argentina, she gets more than she bargained for. That's all you get.
It looks very sexy. It looks like one of those softcore, like Red Shoe Diaries or something like that.
Writer-director Leonard Schrader, who also wrote Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Oh, okay.
I think I looked him up. He is like an older brother, maybe, of Paul Schrader. Paul Schrader's been around forever.
Okay.
I went down a deep dive on him just on my own. I'm not going to talk about it. Paul Schrader wrote Raging Bull and Taxi Driver.
Okay.
Anyway, not going to go down there. I just thought it was kind of interesting that I just happened to click on Naked Tango to find Matilda May right there waiting.
Oh, my God. She's made 3 movies, and you just happened to click on one of them.
Yep, just happened upon it.
That's what scares me. That's what wakes me up at night.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this up pretty quick, but I want to look at one movie which I don't know why I've never seen from Fernando Rey's list here. 1985, Star Night.
Okay.
Starring Klaus Kinski and Harvey Keitel.
Oh, my God. That is a lot of face to deal with. I see. It's very Italian.
Princess Alba is abducted by a dragon, and it's up to Clever to save her.
At least she didn't abdicate with a dragon.
But it turns out that the dragon is an alien spacecraft, and Alba falls in love with the human/alien inside it.
Honestly, that sounds pretty fucking badass. I want to know more about this.
I couldn't find a trailer for it, but I found different scenes. I mean, you can watch this on YouTube. It's not a good transfer. I guess nobody ever picked it up and made a better copy of it.
Right.
But Harvey Keitel is fighting this Star Knight, who's just a guy in a full body suit with this giant helmet on that he's trying to slay this guy with a sword. Yep. It looks great.
It looks fucking awesome. I mean, the scenes with him in that weird suit.
And that is a bizarre suit.
It looks sort of like H.R. Giger-ish, but
right, okay.
But kind of like Art Nouveau H.R. Giger. Number 1 in the pictures. That's the cover for it at the rental place.
Oh. So you have seen this movie out on the shelf, just never picked it up. Awesome.
I was like, Klaus Kinski scares me. I saw Crawl Space on Cinemax when I was a kid, and
that did
never again. I never ever want to see that again. He's so freaky.
I want to see this movie, but there may be just a horrible transfer out there. I'll have to look it up.
No, I want to see it too.
But I have to stop and pay some attention to Harvey Keitel. I love Harvey Keitel. Yeah. He's been in some of our most favorite movies and some movies we never wanted to see that much of him.
Several movies with his wiener exposed.
Yeah. They came out at the same time. I think it was when the Piano and Bad Lieutenant came out, they're like, we need a guy who's a badass that has no problem showing off his dick. Yep. And Harvey Keitel said, "Hey, I'm your guy."
Can you cry and spin around in a circle at the same time?
He cries a lot in those movies, and it's unnerving.
Smoking crack makes you emotional. I've heard.
But Harvey Keitel, been around forever.
Yeah.
He was Judas in The Last Temptation of Christ. One of my wife's favorite movies ever.
Really?
He was in Wise Guys with Danny DeVito and Joe Piscopo.
Yeah. I have not seen that in forever. Dead Heat, I think, just got a new Blu-ray release, and
that's all you need to say, because that's in Search of Darkness Part 2. They do a little deep dive on Dead Heat, and I watched that at the theater. I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
It must have been. I mean, it was when I had a subscription to Fangoria, and I think I was just like, oh my God, I have to watch this immediately when it comes out. If
you remember Two Evil Eyes,
the little anthology.
That was Dario Argento and George Romero. Yeah.
Yep.
Harvey Keitel was in that.
Yeah, he's in The Black Cat, I think. He's like an assassin.
Which I love that one.
Or a hitman.
Oh my God, we could talk about this forever. By the way, Tom Atkins is also doing interviews in Search of Darkness. Cool. He goes on and on.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel, he did Mortal Thoughts with Demi Moore. That was a pretty good movie. Of course, you got Reservoir Dogs. He was in Sister Act. You couldn't wait for me to bring that up.
Oh, one of my favorites.
Point of No Return, which is always going to be one of my favorites as well.
Oh, yeah.
He plays the cleaner in that.
Yeah.
And I really wish that they would have followed up on that character and made a series of films just on that. He was outstanding in that movie.
He was Winston Wolfe in Pulp Fiction, too. Probably within a couple of years of each other, I guess.
94 and 93. You are correct.
So many Pulp Fiction and, oh my God, Natural Born Killer clones at that time. There's 1,000 movies like that. But Point of No Return was, I don't group it with those.
No, but I dig it.
Yeah. That's La Femme Nikita. Have you ever seen the Frenchie one?
Yes, I have. Sorry, Harvey Keitel was in Monkey Trouble.
Oh, classic.
With Thora Birch.
Classic.
Mimi Rogers.
What?
We would be remiss, though, if we didn't mention that he was in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Beautiful movie. Copland with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah. Another great movie.
That was a good flick.
Yeah.
So lots of good stuff here. We love Harvey Keitel. I'm not going to talk too much about him because we'll go on for another hour.
Yeah.
But he is in next week's movie.
Thank God. Are we here finally?
We are here. You want to guess what it is? 1980 Saturn III.
Oh. Harvey Keitel's in that?
Yeah. There's only like 3 actors.
Oh,
in that
that's
movie.
right.
He's one of them.
I know. It has been a long time since I've seen that.
And that's why I thought we needed to see it.
Jesus, Kirk Douglas was old back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Saturn III reads, 2 lovers stationed on a remote base in the asteroid fields of Saturn are intruded upon by a relentive technocrat from Earth and his charge, a malevolent 8-foot robot.
It says retentive, what is that? A retentive technocrat.
Retentive technocrat. Now you see why I stumbled on it.
Yeah, that's a bunch of gobbledygook.
This is directed by Stanley Donen and John Barry.
Yeah, John Barry. He's production designer for Star Wars and A Clockwork Orange.
Really? Which would make up for the fact that Stanley Donen directed Singing in the Rain.
It makes that. Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, all right, we gotta take this acclaimed director.
Yeah, put him on a spaceship.
And we gotta put him in a sci-fi.
Yeah.
He's gonna need some help.
Okay, I don't want to be crude here, but does Farrah Fawcett show her boobies in this?
Maybe so.
It's rated R.
I remember it being kind of taboo.
Yes, something happens in it. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Probably Harvey Keitel trying to rape somebody. Oh, no. I see Farrah Fawcett.
I think the robot is raping somebody.
I see. Yep, that's it. Farrah Fawcett is, I've already seen her nipple. So, and I'm just clicking through IMDb. Okay.
Like it.
Wow, he looks fucking... He's like a stud in this. Looks like he's in his 20s.
Oh, Harvey?
Yeah, not Kirk Douglas.
Not Kirk Douglas.
Holy shit.
But I thought we should stay in space for a little bit.
Why not?
And let's see something that we both need to revisit, because I haven't seen this in 20 years.
Whoa, it looks crazy.
Crazy.
I think I saw it when I was young enough not to understand that she's like in bondage gear through like half of the movie. They dressed her like Barbarella a little bit.
A little bit.
Wow.
All right.
Hell yeah, dude. Where can we, do you know already where we can watch it? It says you can watch it on Shout Factory, which I already have.
There you go. All right.
Guys, pay for Shout Factory. It's like $2.99 a month, and you get a ton of old stuff like this.
It is also on Tubi for free.
All right. Very good.
All right. Next week, Saturn 3.
Cool. I love it.
So, hey, worth it. I told you I went all over the place, but it landed me on Star Night.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a good find.
All right. Let's wrap this bitch up. Jason, do you have anything else to talk about Lifeforce?
No, I don't.
No? Boobs?
I'm still in shock from it all. So many boobs.
All right. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find us?
Go to themoratorium.com.
That's it.
It's as easy as that.
Your one-stop shop.
It's like slipping on an old shoe. I don't know.
You're really reaching there. All right, guys. Hey, let's wrap this up, and let's let you know that you can help support this podcast by going to our Patreon. Please do so. We could always use a little bit of help. For as little as $1 a month, you can help support this podcast. But if you throw down a few more dollars, I'm going to give you some extra stuff back. For $3 a month, you get the director's cuts of our movie episodes, which is 20 to 30 minutes longer than the episode that I release out to the masses. I'm saving that good stuff just for you. So if you'd like to hear a little bit more of us, go on over to our Patreon. You start giving us a little bit more, I'm going to give you some freebies, okay? I've got some VHS night lights. I've got some stickers. I've got T-shirts. There's all sorts of shit up there for you guys. So come on down.
Very good.
Go on over and check us out on the Moratorium group on Facebook. Check us out on Twitter. Check us out on Instagram. Lots of good stuff. Posting all the time. Go over and check out on our YouTube page, where you'll find my mini episodes that I've been uploading. And maybe if we start getting some traction on these mini-sodes, I'll get Jason, maybe I'll get you a webcam and we can be on it together.
Maybe. That would be great.
All right, guys. I think we've said enough. Let's wrap this bitch up. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, bye-bye.
You've been listening to The Yarn Wall, an MT Cornfield production. Join us next week when Jason and I trade in our space suits for some space leisure wear in Saturn 3. If you have any movie suggestions, or just want to tell us how much we really suck, you can contact us at moviemoratorium@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and long live VHS. Just getting my gaff on.
Yep. Really gaffing it up over here.